Kendra or Davy? Who will be evicted and who will rise to power and become the new head of household? Find out now on Big Brother Cheesecake 8 Political Bait. Hello, I'm Andrew Shevsik Moonves. Welcome to Big Brother Cheesecake 8 Political Bait. It's day 29 inside the Big Brother Cheesecake house, and this week Dustin was the head of household, giving the NDP safety for the week. He nominated Kendra and Brooke for eviction, but Brooke won the Golden Power Veto in the Big Brother Wheel of Fortune Golden Power Veto competition, chose to use it to save herself, and Dustin nominated Davy in her place, which means in just moments, Kendra or Davy will be evicted. And will lose their shot at the $800 cash prize, and also will leave the Liberals with just 2 members left, unless we go to Rocks. Who will be evicted? We'll find out shortly. But first, yesterday was a very interesting day. So I can reveal, because the house guests know this, that at like 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only 5 of the 9 house guests had voted, and there were 4 house guests remaining to vote. Now, it's possible they all just waited until the last minute, but there was definitely a lot of discussion yesterday and back and forth as to who should be evicted. And Kendra was definitely working very, very hard to secure the votes, both in the game and in the public vote, which that vote could very well be, important. She even in the Big Brother Cheesecake Org Facebook group, she tagged a whole bunch of people, and she said, "I may be leaving the game, and you all know he wins games, and I don't. Please spare a vote and evict Davy for me." Davy actually, hit back with, "Kendra, is your pitch that I always win games because I don't." "Well, I do know you have won, and I have not. So that's all I had. Plus, you are one of the sweetest people I know, so I had to throw something out there. Love you, boo." So, yeah, Davy called her out, and it was very, they were very nice to each other. I think Kendra decided to put her nice face on, even though I think she's always nice, but it definitely was interesting, and I can reveal, as I'm sure you all already know, that in the public vote, Davy received 30 votes against, Kendra received 21 votes against, so there was 1 additional vote against Davy this week. Let's just quickly go through, just for fun, let's see who these people are. There were some surprises here, so voting against Kendra, Brian DeLeon was a bit of a surprise. I thought they were close. Jodely, I think that was a vote in favor of Davy. So was Chris Sheridan. So was Danny DeAngelis. So was Jeremy. So was Sam. So was Marcus. Davy and I played Marcus's game together. Valdamian as well probably was siding. Well, I thought she was close to both of them. Connor has played with Davy. Connor ended up going out. Connor got Sareed in the game that Davy and I were playing, which I don't know if it's a good thing to out, because, being Sareed, because I don't know. I don't like when there's 80,000 advantages in the game. Shut up, Zachy. Sean Darrow, who? Curtis from season 4. That was a bit of a surprise, but I guess because I said Kendra reminds me of Charlene, Curtis basically had like a stroke and was like, "Oh no, we can't have this," and so he voted against Kendra. I don't know why. He didn't say. Davy, of course, voted against Kendra. They voted against each other. Andrew Denson, that was probably in favor of Davy. Kaylin McQueen, Megan Espinosa, Nick Day. Jonathan from season 3 and 5, that was a bit of a surprise too. I think maybe he and Davy played, what's it called? The President together, I'm thinking. Marvin Burgos, did he change his last spelling of his name? I could have sworn it's Bugros. I don't know. Triton Went, never heard of him. Or them, excuse me. Jason Marcus. Yeah, so, okay, interesting. And then against Davy, Alex Mundy. These are a lot of people that I think Kendra got to vote against Davy. Elizabeth Faith Throneberry, Kayla Hauser, Tana Grinzel, Tina Throneberry, Paige voted against Davey. Interesting, but Paige and Kendra were, of course, close. Kenny Wilson, have your tennis rackets arrived yet? RJ Green, you owe me $30, bitch. You owe, don't get me. Don't. I'm gonna send Stewie on you. Aaron Michael Brown, Mason Benton, who was supposed to play this season. Fun fact. Corey was supporting, obviously, Kendra, his one of his two people. Interesting. Davey was on Michael's team, and I didn't see Michael vote against Kendra. That was interesting. Kendra herself. Karen from season 6 voted against Davey. I guess the optics. Yes. Yeah. Amy Combs, Beth Dickowitz. She has Dick in her name. Rhonda from season 235. I guess supporting women. Nikki Wallaker, Ike Dean Starrett. Never heard of these people. Marcelino Prusi. Sergio Munoz, who looks hot based on the profile pic. LaShawn Bell, Johnny Vega, Travis Shipp. Hector Castro III. Oh, is he the OnlyFans? Not the only super fans guy. Oh, crazy and epic tribal council. We built, and everybody made a necklace, and whoever had the prettiest necklace won. I made my necklace out of Lindor chocolates, and I was not the winner. Very rude. Dina Barr, never heard of her. Julie Hoskins Coe, Kenny, Karen, Emmanuel D. Wright, Katya Lederman. Who are these people? But thank you so much for participating. But hey, the whole part of the reason I did this, well, actually, this started with the Willy Wonka vote last season, was to get more people involved and interested. So thank you. And Catherine Beer, who actually threw some shade at Dustin, said, "Bad move, Dustin. Bad move." Which is pretty funny. Okay. Let's get on now to, let's see, did that. Let's do something funny. So, Glow. Glow posted a number of pictures of herself, 4 pictures of herself in the group chat, and let's see the pictures. Hey y'all, it's me, Glow. Here I am at the beach. My sister took this picture of me. It's a brand new photo. I swear it's not stock footage. Andrew, you shut your mouth. This is my garden taken today. I didn't have time to trim the edges because I have to buy a new edge cutter because I busted the old one trimming my bush. This is me again taken today. I swear all these pictures are taken today. I'm Glow, 71 years young. Yes, I am. And this is me just this past Christmas with Santa Claus. And again, taken just this past Christmas. The hair, I cut the hair after. Oh, thank you, Glow, for always giving me material that's just 5-star quality. You are a legend. Okay, next, let's get to the Pringles party. So, house guest tomorrow, we're going to be going to the Pringles party for the 5th time this season, where one of you will be tempted with the opportunity to eat a can of Pringles. There's only 5 of you left who are still eligible. We have Davey, if you survive, Alex, Penny, Brooke, and Sean. Brooke has an extra slip from Alex's HOH. Sean has an extra slip from Dustin's HOH. Penny has an extra slip from the Becky's birthday surprise. So it's 2-2-2 for those people. Davey, if he survives, has 1, and Alex has 1. And the new head of household will be giving 1. So the 5 of you have until 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to privately message me whether or not you are accepting the temptation if I draw your name, and if so, which of the 6 remaining Pringles cans to choose from. They are original, sour cream and onion, cheddar, ketchup, honey mustard, and ranch. Once again, original, sour cream and onion, cheddar, ketchup, honey mustard, ranch. 5 of them contain something good, 1 contains something bad, and we know that it is the Pooh Brown Power Veto. So you have an 83% chance of drawing something good, and a 17% chance of drawing the Pooh. Okay, and I believe week 5 is when, what's her name? Bridget drew the Pooh Brown Power Veto in season 7. I believe. That was the week of the double eviction. Yeah, I think it was week 5, because then she ended up having no choice but to play it in week 8, which I think was the week she was evicted. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Javier will correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so yeah. And I finished, I think I said yesterday, I finished the barbecue Pringles. Never again. And I love barbecue flavored things, but barbecue flavored chips are boring. All brands of barbecue are boring. Yeah, maybe Doritos Bold Barbecue is the only one that I like. But generally speaking, I love barbecue sauce. Like I had the ribs last weekend. I love like barbecue sauce, and I put that on my Subway. I even put barbecue sauce on pizza, but absolutely no barbecue chips. Okay, the number of active alliance chats. So we started week 1 with 2, or at the end of week 1. Then we went up to 4, then 7, and I can reveal that in the last 48 hours, the number of active alliance chats is 8. So we have gained 1. 2, 4, 7, 8. 2, 4, 7, 8. Who do we appreciate? Oh. Okay, I've had a lot of sugar today. I had a pistachio cold brew from Starbucks. The lady's like, do you want 4 shots of pistachio? And I'm like, is that the normal? And she's like, yeah. But she didn't sound sure herself. She's like, yeah, whatever. And I'm like, sure, yay, pump it. Okay, so without further ado, this is the part I hate. Unless it's an inactive getting the boot. Kendra, Davey, your fellow house guests have cast their votes to evict one of you, and I have the results. When I reveal the results of the eviction vote, the evicted house guests will have about 15 minutes to say their goodbyes, gather their belongings before I kick you the fuck out of the Facebook group chat. Okay, here we go. By a vote of 6 to 4, Davey, you can unpack your bags because Kendra, you are evicted from the Big Brother Cheesecake 8 house. Kendra, it's me, Arnold Schwarzenegger. You've been impeached from Congress for touching that intern's tatas. I may have touched her tatas, but I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Hasta la vista, baby. Kendra, you have about 15 minutes to say your goodbyes before I kick you the fuck out of the Facebook group chat. Thanks for playing. Better luck next time. Oh, it's like an exercise. Kendra, this one breaks my heart because I have so many good things to say about you. Okay, first, I'm going to give you props right off the bat. You worked so hard the last 48 hours to try and save yourself. Like, insane. And the fact that the vote was 6 to 4, one of them being the public, we know, just shows how hard you worked. And I think, on paper, you should have been evicted unanimously. There should have been no reason for you to get any votes because you were the super active one who was head of household, who had ruffled feathers, who was upfront, or what was the word of people, bossy, sassy, whatever. So you should have gone unanimously. And Davey was just this lovey-dovey guy who was smiling at everyone and who was relatively non-threatening. And you managed to get 4 votes out of 10, 1 away from a tie. I'm just blown away. I also will say, I don't know this. Nobody said this to me. But I suspect, based on the conversations I saw today, that even though Davey was never the one being evicted, there were definitely times when it could have swayed that way. You were pretty close to getting a couple of votes. And I do think 1 or 2 people, even though they didn't say it, I think 1 or 2 people voted the way they did just to avoid a tie and potentially going to rocks. I think there were 1 or 2 people that saw that it was very close and that they just had to save their own ass and voted you to make sure it wasn't a tie. Do I know that? No, but it's my suspicion based on what I've witnessed in the last 24 hours. Yeah, I mean, you worked so hard. You even at one point were, should I say this? I'm going to leave it for extra whip, but you have the Orange Monopoly pieces and the utilities, one of which you'll be able to bequeath. And you also have a third of the coup d'etat, and that also even came into account today in terms of negotiations and whatnot. And I'm going to let you extrapolate on that on Extra Whip. But you will get to bequeath that 1/3 coup d'etat, which Curtis has another third, and the other third still hasn't been won, to the house guests of your choice when you appear on Extra Whip. In terms of what happened in the game, I can understand, as Anne Claire kind of alluded to last week on Extra Whip, I can understand where people were coming from with your upfront attitude potentially being bossy or sassy. But I have to admit, I don't think it was that bad at all. I've played 36 orgs, and I've played with a lot of bossy people. I don't really think you were bossy. Um, so I don't really think that was even necessarily a mistake or something that affected your game. Um, Because to me, like, people like, you're just like Charlene. You're very, like, if people come at you, you're going to fight back. You're not going to let things slide. And it started out with week one when Ken said, "Why is there no drama?" And then you said, "Oh, there's going to be drama, but you're not going to be here for it." And then those little comments continued, and it irritated some of the house guests because you were very upfront and kind of like Charlene. It doesn't bother me, but Joanne, for instance, played with Charlene, and Joanne and Charlene were like water and oil, and they just could not get along. Charlene, mind you, could not get along with a lot of people, but your feud with Sean was so close to Charlene and Chad, it was just uncanny. Now, the mistake you did make is week two, and you're evicted now, and we're going to talk about it on Extra Whip. Week two, you win head of household, and you nominated Glow and Gina with the reasoning, you didn't say it out loud, or maybe you did, I don't even remember now, with the reasoning of you want to flush Gina's Diamond Power veto because if she wins the veto, it's upgraded to Diamond, and she can't put you up, nor either of the Liberals up. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know if that was a good idea, because you put up Gina, then she wins the Diamond Power veto, and what does she do? She puts up your closest ally, Paige, inactive or not, she was still your closest ally, you had an LBA with her, and Paige was evicted on your HOH. And afterwards you said my HOH was still a success because I flushed Gina's Colossal and I flushed Gina's Diamond Power veto. And I was like, but was it really a success? I mean, Paige went on your HOH. I mean, like, that was, like, if you actually got Glow or Gina, I mean, even Glow is not really that successful. But if you had, let's say, gotten Gina out, or if you had picked a different target, then yeah, but I was not really in your corner that week in terms of your line of thinking. And I also think that there were times when you told people, matter-of-factly, that Glow is definitely going if Gina wins the Diamond Veto. And then even when Gina did win the Diamond Veto, you kind of said it as if it was in a conclusatory, that's not a word, in a conclusive way, you said, well, Glow is going to go this week. And I remember there were a couple of people that were like, oh yeah? And that was what led to everything. Now, you were, so yeah, sure, that was a bad week, but you were also the victim of the bipartisan alliance, what was it called? Bipartisan effort crumbling. And I think you and Brooke were kind of victims of that because what happened there was more of a Dustin and Alex thing, and you and Brooke just became collateral damage. So that's not your fault. But I thank you so much for playing. You came to me, I think, through the Big Brother or from the All About Orgs Facebook group, or you were recommended by somebody. We've never met or played before. So when you applied, I had no opinion of you, and I had no clue whether you were going to be good or bad. No, never in a million years did I expect that you were going to be as phenomenal and entertaining of a player to watch. And I hope you had fun. I can't wait to interview you with everybody else on Extra Web. And you are always welcome to play again. And I believe you are going to be the first active person in the Jury and Friends chat because we need some activity in there. But thank you so much, Kendra. Okay, now it's time to get to the next head of household competition. Dustin is outgoing head of household. You are eligible to compete as per the Ken Jennings effect. And house guests, the power is up for grabs. Free from the threat of eviction, the head of household wins the perks of their private HOH bedroom bathroom, a video from home, a fruit basket with Arby's, and the responsibility of nominating 2 of their fellow house guests for safety. They will also win safety for their political party. They will also win a choice of a Monopoly color set. They can choose from purple, purple, light blue, pink, red, and dark blue. Alex has the green, Dustin has the yellow, Kendra will be potentially bequeathing orange and or utilities, and Penny has the railroads. They will also get to add a slip to the Pringles party to the house guests of their choice, which is now Davey, Alex, Penny, Brooke, or Sean. And they will get to play in the following week. So, the head of household competition is called Big Brother Becky's Birthday Surprise. And I'm not going to tell you how it works. I'm instead going to let you watch to see what happened during Becky's birthday.
I'm kind I was on call with
Hello,
Chris.
house guests and Extra Whip. Did you really think that Becky's birthday surprise was actually Becky's birthday surprise and that these extra little slips or these extra prizes were for fun or for anything? No, you would be wrong, because Becky's birthday surprise was actually a ruse, because this is the first ever secret head of household endurance competition.
Father.
What the house guests didn't know is that if they entered into this locked room, the last person to leave the call would win head of household. Now, I was expecting a lot more people to show up. I was expecting it to go on for hours and hours on end, and that we are currently at 24 minutes in this endurance competition. The reason I came up with this is because I wanted a fresher endurance competition, and also, I just want to make sure, yeah, and also, I'm sick and tired of playing on orgs where every time I leave a call, the person who's last on the call gets something, and then when I'm the one that waits till the end of the call, the host is like, no, there's nothing, but thanks for coming. Like, fuck you too. So it happens every time. So I decided this time to do this. Now, I expect.
Hey, wait, and let me interrupt. You heard me say on the last call that the last endurance competition I participated in resulted in me breaking my nose.
Right, but
Penny.
you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to
Penny.
go. So
You wanted to break your nose, Penny.
Penny,
So-
you don't need to break your nose this time. You don't need to break your nose this time.
after what was supposed to be hours, it ended up being minutes. We are down to the final two, which is Penny of the Bloc Québécois and Dustin of the NDP, who could pull off the first ever Ken Jennings effect. So, Curtis didn't realize it, but he just gave up on head of household, and everybody else didn't realize that they should have shown up. Gina and Glow did try to come, but they were late, and the original time was 9. It got moved to 10 because of the veto going on long, and then at 9:45 I posted the link, so they had 15 minutes, so they're like an hour late. Like, sorry. Plus, it's a secret. So, and I did say in the group chat, there may be prizes. So if you didn't show up, you didn't show up. Now, the grand prize is head of household. But it's not as easy as it looks. Because in a moment, I am going to start a clock. You have 10 minutes to decide amongst the two of you who will be the new head of household. If you do it, great, it's over. If you don't do it, then you will both be nominated week 5. We will have a random draw for a new head of household. And that head of household will nominate a third person, so that'll be the two of you and a third nominee, and there will be a topaz power veto in week 5, which means somebody will come off the block and there won't be a replacement nominee, leaving us with 2 nominees.
Sorry, Andrew, maybe you didn't hear that.
I give it less than Andrew. I give it less than
Now,
a minute.
In the event, this was predetermined prior to the start of the season. In the event both of you had a colossal advantage, you would have had the prisoner's dilemma option of, if one of you privately messages me, you get to use it and win. If you both message me, you don't get it. But one of you does not have a colossal advantage, which means that is not in play, and sorry to the person who has it, you cannot use a colossal advantage. So, again, if you decide in the next 10 minutes who is HOH, that person is HOH. If you cannot decide in 10 minutes, you will both be nominated week 5, random draw for a new head of household who will get to nominate a third nominee. Your time starts now.
Are you recording the time that they talk about it?
Yes. Oh, we are recording now. So whatever you say, everybody will be able to see.
Talking about it. Just wait before
Wait,
you.
our time has started.
Yes.
Okay, so Penny, do
Dustin.
you just want to, what's up?
I was just going to say, what were you going to say?
I'm going to say, like, obviously you're 100% safe if I get it. I just asked that I'm safe if you are, and I'm like willing to do an LBA.
Absolutely. If
Okay.
I'm HOH, you are 100% safe. And,
Yeah, you should use this time. Maybe you should use this. You want to use this time to get your colossal advantage if you're the only one that doesn't have one, because I have it.
Well, can I get one now, Andrew? If
Can we make it LBA?
And can I get one? Andrew.
Didn't leave?
You're taking our time.
Okay, if you want to make an LBA, you can.
Okay, so if like,
And will that give me a colossal advantage though?
Yes.
and do you want head of household? Because I've already been HOH this week.
I mean, I'm kind of on the fence. I'll take it, but if you really, really want it, you can have it. But if you want to also make an LBA, then I'll make an LBA.
Okay, I mean, I'm fine taking it. I already know my nominees if I do
Oh
it.
wait, who are your nominees if you take it?
It's gonna be probably Alex and Brooke, to be honest with you, because
Okay.
did you watch the video? I was in an alliance with them and I was thrown under the bus, and
Yeah.
so it's just, to me, that's it. And if you don't feel comfortable with that, like, I'm still willing to do the LBA, and then you can have head of household. That's just up to you.
Well, I do want to do the LBA with you, and I
Okay.
want to make the two of
Sorry.
us
I'm
stay
pausing.
with
I'm
each
pausing the
other.
time. Sorry, I'm pausing the time. One thing I forgot to mention: the two of you are not allowed to discuss this with anybody else until Wednesday, when it's announced that one of you is head of household. If I find out that somebody knows one of you is already head of household, then I will rescind it and you will go on the block. So you have to keep this between the two of you until Wednesday. Sorry, your
Okay.
time restarts.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, whatever. I do still want to do the LBA with you, and
Okay.
I want it to be for more than one round. I want
Okay.
it to be for at least 2 or 3 rounds.
We-
Mainly because I really like working with you, and
Okay.
I don't have like my ride or die right yet.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Do you want to do 3 rounds?
yeah, let's do 3 rounds.
Okay. So no nominations or anything like that, pre or
Yeah.
post veto. Okay. Yeah. And then do you want head of household?
I will take it unless you really want it. If you want it, take it.
Okay. I think I'll take it. I think I'll take it. I'll take it.
Okay, as long as I'm safe.
Yeah, you're safe. Yep.
Yeah,
And
I
our
don't-
LBA will be signed, and you'll get your.
Okay, so
colossal.
first order of
But
business.
I don't want to be safe just because it's an LBA. I want to be safe because you feel.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I would. Yeah, I wouldn't make it if I didn't feel comfortable making that. So. Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
All right, let's do it.
You still have 3.5 minutes, so you are making an LBA that you will not nominate each other at all for 3 weeks, or just
Yeah.
the first time you're HOH?
At all.
At all for 3 weeks.
Other, it's both ways.
Yeah, both ways, right?
Mhm.
Yes, both ways. Yep.
Okay, so I just want to make sure.
I feel like a friendship was just formed here.
Okay, so you're both confirming that you will not nominate each other weeks 5, 6, and 7, which are the next 3 weeks, at all, pre or post veto, and you're signing that into law.
Yes.
Okay,
Now Penny can finally. I didn't
And
know
then-
who it was, but.
and then who is the new head of household?
I am.
Penny, is that your final answer? Dustin, congratulations! You are the new head of household!
Congrats, Dustin.
Thank
and
you.
you are the first person under the Ken Jennings effect rule of season 8 to be back-to-back head of household. It also means the MVP, Gina and Zachy, are safe for the 2nd week in a row. And you must privately message me your nominees by Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But before I go, there's actually one other thing that happened. I know that you actually brought this upon yourself. So Penny, you didn't realize this. Penny, you've been the last person who has not made an LBA and earned a colossal advantage for actually quite some time, about 2 weeks. And while you were waiting, some other LBAs were made, which is fine. But the rule at the beginning of the season that nobody knew about was that once everybody has earned a colossal advantage, no more LBAs can be created.
Wow.
They can still be honored. They're still all honored, but you cannot create any new ones once everybody has made one. And you, Penny, for like 2 weeks were holding out, and so I was like,
Smart
"Well,"
move.
but I
Actually,
didn't
smart
say
move.
anything. So, house guests, if you're watching, no more LBAs can be created, but they can still be honored. Okay, what will happen in the Pringles party? Find out tomorrow. And Friday, who will Dustin nominate for Eviction? And we'll pick players for the Golden Power Veto competition. Saturday is Extra Whip, where Kendra will dish the dirt with myself, Michael, Corey, Rhonda, and Joanne. Sunday is the Golden Power Veto competition to a brand new competition inspired by Rhonda. Monday is the Golden Power Veto ceremony. Tuesday, the final 2 nominees will plead their case. And Wednesday, 1 week from today, is the next live eviction and head of household competition, which won't be a secret, where another house guest will be evicted from the Big Brother Cheesecake 8 house, get impeached from Congress, and lose their shot at the $800 cash prize. I'm Andrew Shevsik Moonves. Take care, and remember, politics is more dangerous than war, for in war you are only killed once. Good night.